Hey, it's AT time. My name is Ron Friedman, and are you a fan of Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire? I previewed those shots. How about Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix? I previewed those shots too. Did you see Prey, the Predator prequel on Hulu? Yep, those were mine as well. I also did previs for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And these shots in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And these shots in Transformers.
Not a human here.
And these shots. And this shot. And this. And this, and this, and that. And have you seen the Guillermo del Toro movie Pan's Labyrinth? I was animation supervisor on that movie. But not only have I worked on a ton of stuff over the last 30 years that I've been working professionally as an animator, but I've also had a ton of experience teaching animation. Not only have I created numerous tutorials for Digital Tutors, Pluralsight, and Lynda.com LinkedIn, but during the course of the 6 years that I lived in Massachusetts, I had the pleasure of teaching at the Center for Digital Imaging Arts in Waltham, the New England Institute of Art in Brookline, Mount Ida College in Newton, and Harvard University in Cambridge. Yeah, that Harvard. During my time in Massachusetts, one of my students who was interested in becoming a professional animator and realizing that the curriculum wasn't really covering enough of it for him to get to that point and build up a reel, asked me if I'd be interested in doing any one-on-one online tutoring with him. So I did. And over the course of the last 14 years or so, I have been quietly, privately doing online one-on-one animation tutoring through my website, Toonimations. And even though I never really advertised or anything, I always managed to have 1 or 2 students going. Kind of like a Sith Lord. But now, as a result of the slowness with which the entertainment industry is getting back up and running after the strikes last year, I find I have time to take additional students. When I was interning at my very first job in the animation industry, working on the Page Master with Macaulay Culkin, I would go to my mentor, Skip Jones, and show him what I was working on, and he would give me feedback and notes on things that would make the scene stronger, and I'd go back and do them and keep going back and doing it until it was complete. The issue that I have with the classroom system is that you're only allowed a certain amount of time per assignment, and once that time has been used up, you're kind of left to move on to the next thing. The other issue is that when you're one of a class of many, the amount of time that's actually spent talking specifically about your work might be limited. And even though it is educational to hear other people's feedback on other people's scenes, I think it's much more effective and rewarding to have your time and money spent talking about your work alone. You should not have to share my attention with anyone. You should be able to spend a full 30 minutes just me and you talking one-on-one about you and your work. I have found that 30 minutes is usually sufficient to thoroughly review and give feedback notes on scenes so that you know exactly what you need to be working on for the period of time until we meet again. And how often we meet is entirely up to you based on your schedule and speed. And when you consider the cost of a program like that per week versus the cost of my personal instruction for the same amount of time, my tutoring is actually less than half the cost. And speaking of cost, unlike a school where you might have to take out a loan or come up with a big sum of money up front, you can pay as you go with me and we can meet as frequently or infrequently as your time permits and as much as you're able to get done over the time that you have available to you. And because I'm not working from a set curriculum that everyone has to follow, it means that I can help people on every level, from someone who's new to our discipline and working on their animation fundamentals, to a more experienced animator who's looking to strengthen in a particular discipline and take their abilities to the next level. And it doesn't matter where you live. I've had students as far away as Guam and Amman, Jordan. As long as you can book one of the times that's available and speak at least passing English, then we're good to go. Annars kan vi prata svenska om du önskar det. Look, no matter how far along you are on a path to a career in animation, we would love the opportunity to help you get there. Please check out our website at www.animationtrainers.com to get more information on available instructors, disciplines, and appointment schedule. And be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel to make sure you don't miss any animation tips we'll be posting here. Do you have a particular question you'd like to ask me? Leave it in the comments below. I'm Ron Friedman, and I will see you in the next video here on Animation Trainers. In the meantime, keep it moving.